Hey everyone, this is Eric Gissler, Democratic candidate for State House District 121 here in Georgia. And what I want to talk about today in these final 2 weeks leading up to the election is gerrymandering. So if you're not aware, Athens is kind of the poster child for gerrymandering in Georgia. If you look at the way Athens is distributed or divided up, there's about 120, 130,000 people in the Athens area, residents. That's enough people for really one state senator and two state representatives. Um, and they would all be Democratic, easily. But the way they drew the lines the last couple of years is we actually have two state senators, and it splits Athens right down the middle. So you take that blue area of Athens, split in the middle, goes way out to the rural areas, and you end up with two Republican state senators. They packed, they drew one district that is like 85% Democrat. So that's the one Democratic representative we have, and the rest of Athens is split among three different state representatives. That's one of the seats that I'm running for, District 121. So I also wanted to mention, this is related to gerrymandering. We have to file financial forms, right? We have to file expenses, contributions, those reports every so often, and the last one had to be filed at the end of September. Covers the period from the beginning of July through the end of September. And I've got this written down here, so I'm going to read it to you. Marcus Wiedauer, my opponent, has $400,000 cash on hand as of the end of September. During that period, July to September, he raised almost $27,000, $25 short of $27,000. But here's the thing. $21,050 of that came from special interest groups, PACs, corporations, other special interest groups, right? Which means that he only raised about $6,000, outside of that. His expenses on the other side, he spent $30,000 and $500, $30,500. And if you look at that, $24,000 of the $30,000 he spent in that 3-month period were contributions to other Republican candidates. He spent, from what I can tell, the things that I tallied up to campaign expenses, about $3,200. Now me, by contrast, I raised $12,200. $3,300 of that was from one single PAC that exists to help Democrats running in red districts, the Fighting 50. You can check them out. It's a great organization. But they get contributions from people, and they spend it on these races. So that's really the only PAC in my filing. But I raised $12,000, $3,300 of that. That's the maximum that anyone can donate to a candidate, was from that PAC. So I raised about $9,000. He raised $6,000 outside of institutional money. He spent $3,000 on campaign expenses. I spent almost $6,000 on campaign expenses. I haven't heard of anyone getting their door knocked by him. I haven't seen him at any candidate events, even like the DA race, which is a big deal around here. Haven't seen him even in the crowd. Haven't seen any mailers. Haven't heard of anyone getting their door knocked. Haven't heard of anyone getting called by him. I mean, his campaign is pretty much silent, and that's because of gerrymandering. So he doesn't think he has to do anything. He thought that he won this seat by voting in favor of that map that passed a couple years ago. And he may be right, but we'll see, right? I'm putting up a good fight, turning out a lot of people. I'm hearing a lot of support. I'm hearing, when I'm knocking doors, from Republicans who are disgusted with the Republican Party and planning to vote Democrat down ballot. So, yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll get them this year. If not, we'll get damn close. So stay strong, vote early, vote blue, vote down ballot, and let's win.